Osanerame, 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 where ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, where my baby, agino gine, agino gine. Agino gine, where to have it? I think I'll wear you make it. I take a j. The guys are getting wet. Maybe they got to hear my bonnet. Or the day I take Mudiaji. Or my Miko, yeah. We told where. Una berry bed, Yanni. Una tene ladia, una bebe wa, una muwebewe, una mujo motao, wenige mose, uwe guawe, uwe ketewe, una jeni mema, tavenjewe yari nive, aba, 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 where my baby, Osanerame, 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 where ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, where my baby, agino gine. Agino gine, where to have it? Menegate yeke, una reme odao, menotebia, una yane heno giwi, menegate hey jefe, ogeme lave go vidu, yego yizo geke mata, yena wite do gele te foi. Oh, mami mate woi, yo oh, mami mate wo keke, yo kao. Oh, mami mate wo zua, yo me wa semaya. Oh, mami mate wo mami bebo ya bebo, yo jo semaya. A testimony oge, hey maya ya go vidu, aba aba. Abba, 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 where my baby, Osanerame, 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 where ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, where my baby. Agino gine, where to have it? Beno ya me, breaking news now. Beno ya to have it, breaking news now. Beno ya benewa, breaking news now. Beno ya tememu. Breaking news now. Abba, 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 where my baby, Osanerame, 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 where ba 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 ba, yeah. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, where my baby, agino gine, agino gine, agino gine, where to have it? On the mida, even though my wanahi, okay, no more wedding, I yatuta, get the wedding, I see. Hake no mo webe na yasi, ke do webe na yakpagbe mudia. Hake no mo webe Kedo webe na yarule. Wakume ware. Wakume ware. Wakume ware. Abo tu nigi wakume ware. Abo tu no fiwe wakume ware. Abo tu ne wafi wakume ware. Abo tu ni wina memo wala wakume ware. Abo tu no wamagbe wakume ware. Abo tu na momoro wakume ware. Abo tu ne yamazo eti wakume ware. Abo tu ne sumati ebigbina wala wakume ware. Wakume ware, wakume ware, wakume ware. Wala wakume ware, yeah. Wakume ware, oh. Wakume ware, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wala wakume ware, yeah, yeah. Wala wakume ware, yeah, yeah. Oh, wala wakume ware. Wakume ware, wakume ware, wakume ware. Wala wakume ware, yeah. Omegbo ni melahia kederio gade. Omegbo ni melahia kederio gade. Ege na yarule enahi. Ege na yahogo enahi. Ege na yadugyo neme enahi. Ege na yadugyefe enahi. Ege na yadugyefiagbe enahi. Ege merene, yeah. Ege merene, oh. Ege mere, yeah. Ege merene, ege merene, ege merene, yeah. Ege merene, yeah. Ege merene, oh. Ege merene, ooh, oh, oh. Ege merene, yeah, yeah. Ege merene, Eriosa nera Yahuwa hae. Eriosa nama Yahoshua hae. Erorio no warua hakodeshae. Iya taime. Iya mologbene. Iya we signature imanahi. Wakume ware, yeah. Wakume ware, yeah. Wakume ware, yeah, yeah, oh, oh, oh. Abba, Abba. Abba, Abba, yeah. Abba, Abba. Where my babe? Oh, Sane Rame. Sane Rame. Oh, Sane Rame. Where me? Baba, Baba, yeah. Baba, Baba, ooh. Baba, Baba. Where my babe? Agina, 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 agina. Where to hame? Yeah, Hallelujah, honey, tame. Breaking news in Hallelujah, guya yani tegionu. Breaking news in Hallelujah, degia me yajo. Breaking news in Hallelujah, fiere kwenya no teruwa. Breaking news in Breaking news in All right now, family. So here we are again in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yehovah with this wonderful and indeed life-giving message already titled for you and me at part 1. Titled now for you and me, The Mystery of Kaaba. It is Allah's spiritual prison on earth, part 2. So family, in case I share this in the newsfeed, I strongly encourage you to listen to part 1. in order for you to understand what is all this kaba kaba, all this kaba kaba, what is it? What is it about? So let's say to part one, we already established first and second letter, K and A. So what did the K go for? Simply go for knowledge of evil, knew all, everyone, every single one except but one, Yahushua HaMashiach. Him alone, this evil, knowledge of evil did not touch. Let's see to part one. We establish it powerfully. And the second letter, A, what did it go for? Simply go for Adam attacker. This was profound, powerfully established at part one. So right now I want to begin with the third letter again, which is called A. I encourage you, because I'm going to be doing the sharing. Okay, when I share the on the news field, please kindly go and listen to part one in order for you to understand what we are doing over here. I just bless Abba Yahweh for the anointing to be putting songs together to the glory of His name. Alright, now, so I want to begin with the very third alphabet, which is called A again. What did that go for? It goes this way. Arabic is Sempent native language and his Fana gatherings. Should I take it again? Arabic. Arabic is Sempent native language and his Fana gathering. So I want to say, how does that go? Arab. Have you ever heard the bragging of Islam? That the Arabic language is the holy language to govern the system of the whole world? Yes, it's in their name, Kaaba. Very satanism, okay? So let's get a precept for that. Here I am. Bereshit, Genesis 11. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. What could that be? Since we all know the creator of the whole world, we knew who is that. So it is the Yahudieth language. The whole world speaks before the fall, or even the fall, before the flood, or after the flood. The whole world speaks just one language. The very Yahudieth language, the one better known now as Hebrew. Alright? So right now, so let's see what Islam said is the holy language. The very language that came from sin. Alright now. I read 2. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, and they found a place in the land of Sinai, which is Babylon, okay, and they dwelt there. And they said to one another, to go, let us make a brink and burn them thoroughly, and they had a brink for stone, and they said, go, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach into heaven, and let us make us a name, let us be scattered, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the earth. Okay, and when Yahuwah came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded, and Yahweh said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So Yahweh scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because Yahweh did confuse the language of all the earth, and from thence did Yahweh scatter them abroad upon the face of the earth. So there we get Arab country. Here the Arabic came into use. So what gave us this diversity of tongue today? It is because of our disobedience. We refuse to obey the royal law. Therefore, you want to bring confusion. You see, all these languages we speak today, it simply means confusion. So how dare you not say the Arabic word that came from sin is the one to govern the whole earth? So what is the title? The mystery of Kaaba
It is Allah's spiritual prison on earth. It's going to imprison people here on earth for 8,000 years. Then you're going to see the spiritual Kaaba. That is the link of fire. Okay, it's a four square like this as well. It was going to be thrown into the center and no way out. That is the spiritual Kaaba. So with this physical Kaaba, you know what spiritual Kaaba is. So let's get some more. Alright, here we are again. Zephaniah chapter 3 verses 9. I read, "For then will I return." Did you get that? For then, because once he once came to confuse the tongue. Every other languages you speak today, it came from sin, disobedience. That is being called confusion. Every other language is being called what? Confusion. There is no way a language that came from sin will govern the system of the whole world eternal. No, it's just temporary. Alright, so I take it again. For then will I return to the people a pure language. A pure language. So what was the pure language? It is the Yahudieth language. It is the Yahudieth. Now, Quran himself admits that Yahuwah is almighty. I don't know which kind of noise Allah is making. Quran also agreed that Torah, he came to confirm. We'll look into that. Abiyawa said then, so when is going to be then? Okay, when? That will be after the 7,000, after the 1,000 ray of Islam, you know, the Sharia law. After their madness, they will rule for 8,000, which is the 7,000 years of human existence. So at the end of the 7,000, every one of them will be swept into the link of fire, the spiritual Kaaba, which is the spiritual eternal prison. So let's see what language is. Again, the spiritual language. Okay, and the spiritual language of Arabic, it is sorrow, tears, cry, hard one, tough one. In the link of that is the spiritual language. So we want to see our own spiritual language that is cleansing us now from the inside. 1 Corinthians 14 verses 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto Yahuwah. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. We utter mysteries, okay? These mysteries only Abiyawa understand what we are saying. Alright? So when I stand before Arabic man and speaking Arab, I don't know what he's saying. So today is also going to be a mystery before me because I don't know what they are saying. Only Allah and their kind will understand what they are saying. Alright? So this is the nature of what language is. Let me put some more. So let's see the both language together. 1 Corinthians chapter 30 verses 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men, that is the Yahudieth language, and of angels, that is the Imma Santa Labo, Imma Sekirebo, Imma Santa Labo, Imma Sekirebo, Lebo Sande, Ma Shanta Orobo Seke Yao. Lebo sende ye orobo seke o nerima yanta labo burileke yandarabo sende bo rebo seke yao ye rebo santilubo imase buriba o ina yantarabo iborobo se yao. Yes, I speak to Abba Yehovah. There is the tongues of angels, the Yahudieth we speak. So with this, the two languages we have in us eternal. Should I take it again? Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I become as a sounding brass, as a tinkling cry bell. Okay, so that's it. So there's no way we can have or speak the language of Yahuwah. We will do all this, have that charity, have mercy for upon one another. That's it. So you see the both languages already. So that is the mystery. So right now let us dig into Arabic mysteries. How Allah speaks in mysteries. Like the one I just do. Abayawa angels, they heard what I said. Okay. Sometimes said they translate it unto me. So when they translate it unto me, that's why sometimes you hear me speaking in tongue. I will be saying it out again in English. That is translation. But sometimes they don't do. I myself, I don't know. Sometimes, if not translation, I don't know what he's saying, but I just do my part and go my way in obedience, okay? So right now, let us see Arabic language, Allah's, which is Allah's very native language, or mysteries. Yes, native language speaking in mysteries. So let's see how does Allah speaks in mysteries. It is my Bible. Here I am, John chapter 8:44. So I want to see the native language of Allah. What is that? When it does speak mysteries, what could that be? Let's see now. I'm reading from NIV version, New International Version. You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of all liars. Did you get that? Allah, if Allah want to tell lie, he will speak his native language. He will speak his own native language. No. And what is his native language? Lies. He speaks lies in the mysteries. Should I take it again? That very particular part. When he lies, he speaks his native language. And this we got in the Kaaba. Arabic. They want to begin to speak Arabic. That is their mystery tongues. Alright, so we'll put some more. So what is the third alphabet? Arabic is a serpent native language and his Fanagadaris. What is his Fanagadaris? It is the Sharia law. After he has already converted the whole world to Islam, anyone that does convert to Islam is going to be shouting Allah Akbar before Kaaba. That is what we are unveiling over here, so that you know what you are preparing yourself for. So right now, I want to see. You see now, what is his native language? Lies. So how did Allah speak lies in the mysteries? So that is what we want to unveil now. Untied. Here I am. Want to see how Allah speaks his native language in the mysteries, or how Allah does speak lies, but in the mystery you don't know. He's lying powerfully, but you don't know that is his native language, Arabic. 2 Corinthians 11:13-15 is how he is doing it. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. So this is his lie. Transformation. He will be lying powerfully before you as though he is speaking truth. That is his native language. And what could that be? Arabic. You don't hear what they are saying. And they speak in mysteries. And they say Arabic language that even came from sin is the holiest language on earth to govern the whole world eternal. That is lie. These are they speak lies in mysteries. Alright. So let's see how Allah lies in the mysteries. It's his native language. Okay, Arabic. Quran 37. I read from verses 101 to 7. So we gave him the glad tidings of a forbearing boy. And when his son was old enough to walk with him, he said, "Oh, my son, I have seen in a dream that I am slaughtering you. So look what you think." He said, "Oh, my father, do that which you are commanded. If Allah wills, you shall find me of the patient." This is the total imababalism, complete isobolism. Then when they had both submit themselves, and he had laid him prostrate on his forehead, we called out to him, "O Ibrahim, you have fulfilled the dream. Verily this verily thus do we reward the deeds of good. Verily that indeed was a manifest trial, and we reasoned him with a great sacrifice. You see stupidity. He's talking about. The Quran said Ishmael was the one Abayewa requested for when the time of test came. Genesis 22 or so, or 21. Let me be sure. They said not Isaac, what you call Isaac. They said no, it is Ishmael, filthy Ishmael. Yes, Genesis 22. So you see, this is his native lie would twist the word. Genesis 3, he would twist the word. That is his native language. He said if you want to lie, he will speak his own native language. And what is the native language? Arabic. Speaks in the mysteries. Whereby our royal law make it so clear that the test of faith of Father Abraham in Genesis 22, it was all about Yahushua HaMashiach. How Abayewa is going to release his begotten son to come and die for our sins. And that ram he provided, it is before in the book of Yeshua that ram was already being present over there even before the foundation of the world. Abayewa knew it already, prepared himself for the upcoming event. All right, nothing absolute taken by surprise. So the testing of faith has foundation, it has layers, and it has fulfillment. All right, so we see it all. Yahushua was the consummation of it. Allah just talks his own brakoto, brakata, brakata, brokoto. The toto emababalizi. The toto is obolizi. Ukiezi. Allah is ukiezi. All right. Allah is uki. Ukiezi. Stupidity. Nonsense in the highest place. Here another lie. How Allah speaks mysteries. When he's telling lies, speaks mysteries. Quran 4, verses 157 to 158. What did he say? He said Judah Iscariot goes to the cross. Not Yahushua, not Messiah at all. He said they thought they killed him, but they never knew it wasn't so. And how did Allah did it? Allah now put the head of Messiah and put on Judas, and put Judas' head and put on Messiah and fly Messiah right away to his paradise. So the Romans army now begin to see Judas as Messiah and now put him to the cross. He died. They now said, how can the mighty prophet of Allah and Messiah die a shameful death? No, Judah was the one who goes to the cross. Messiah, Allah flew to his paradise. So this is how he lies. This is native language. When he's telling like this, this is how he is doing it. So go to this Sahih Muslim. So let us take a deep look into how Allah native language is, which is very Arabic. You know, all this is being written in Arabic. Then you just do the translation. And this is the filthy language that says it's going to govern the whole world. We found in the Kaaba, holies of holies. Nonsense. Sahih Muslim 26:87. Hear what Allah said now. Muhammad, may peace never be upon you in Yahweh's mighty name. I swore by him in whose hand is my soul, if you were a people who did not sin, who did not commit sin, Allah would have taken you away and replaced you with a people who would sin and then seek Allah's forgiveness so he could forgive them. This here nonsense. Allah said, if you did not sin, what is it? This simply me breaking the royal law. And Allah said, if you did not break the royal law, it's going to destroy you, it's going to take you out of this earth and replace you now with the people that would do it in order for me to forgive you. So when you read it, you say, well, it's such a lovely one. Such a lovely one. Yeah, okay, if I sin, it's going to be forgiving me. And when you keep reading there, it said, you can just go and sin and do whatever you like. You have a Lord that always forgive your sins. So when someone read this and say, wow, it's really merciful, they will be swimming in sin. Well, little did they know, it is for your eternal destruction. So this is how he lies. This is how he speaks his native language, which is the very Arabic that brought this madness, Quran, from the pit of hell. All right, now we are done with this session. So let's proceed now to the very fourth letter, which is B. What did it go for? Very simple as that. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. That's it. The destruction of Islam, the whole world is going to shake. And the conversion of Christianity into Islam, the whole world is going to shake. This is the two great disaster here on earth, the very final great disaster before the kingdom of Yahuwah surface. Yes, Christianity is almost done. Islam is about to pick it up from where they needs to drop it. Right now, Babylon is falling. Babylonia altogether they are. So let's get a precept to validate this. Here we are, Yeshayahu, Isaiah 21 verses 9. And behold, here cometh a chariot of men. Where am I? Okay, of men, yes, with a couple of oxen. And he answered and said, Babylon is falling. Is falling. And all the graven images of our gods is he had broken onto the ground. All right now. So do you know how many images before Kaaba contained? 360 images, gods, idols. But one, Muhammad destroyed almost all, but left one, which is what? The Kaaba stone. No, he left two. He did not destroy the design of the Kaaba. He did not destroy the black stone. He kept those two. Alright? For future use. Those could be the Christianity and the Islam, the two leftover religion. Maybe the 300 and whatever, 50 something, they are demons that will be ruling, but left over these two to rule. Maybe that was why Muhammad left those two, the Kaaba and the Kaaba stone, the black stone. Alright? So, but Babylon is falling. It's falling. And all the graven images, there are many. History said 360 images, gods. Babylon is falling, and all the graven images of our gods he had broken onto the ground. That's it. Babylon is falling, Babylon is gone. If you have time, just take it from 9, way down to 17. Kadesh is Babylon. Okay, speaking about Babylon, every Idoma, whatever it is, I said this Babylon. It is speaking of Mecca. It is Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Okay. Yeah. It will also say Arabia. Okay, let me just read verses 15. The body upon Arab. In the forest in Arab shall ye lost, O ye traveling companions of Kadesh. So these are all Saudi. All these places, you see Arabia over there. All these places named over here, they are all in Saudi Arabia. Babylon is falling. Okay, that will found in the Kaaba, holies of holies. Jeremiah 51:6-9. I read, flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul, being not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Jehovah's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a gaudy cup in the hands of Jehovah, that made all the earth drinking. The nations of that makes all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of our wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly falling. Babylon is suddenly falling and destroyed. For her, take a blame for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. No way. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and he is lifted up even to the sky. Yahweh hath brought forth our righteousness. Okay, I would like to end it over there. So what are we looking to? What is the fall? After Babylon is falling, it is falling. That's it. It's falling. So at the end of 7,000 years, Babylon is going down the grave. And who is Babylon? It is Allah himself. Where did that Babylon start? Right in Genesis 3, he instituted his own way, to wage war against that of Abba Yehovah. Exactly, that is the final waging war against Abba Yehovah's people in War Mecca. They're going to cover the whole war to Islam. It is waging war against the people of the book. They're going to try to do damages, to the four corners of the earth. And Abba Yehovah, anyway, when you disobey, he is going to sweep you down to Islam. Yeah, and Islam is going to be the last very event, to be destroyed. Babylon is falling. Back here again, Isaiah 21 verses 16, because I was missing this. And it's very, very important. For thus saith Yehovah, for thus hath Yehovah said unto me, within a year, according to the years of an hiring, and all the glory of Kedar shall fall, and all the residue of the number of, this one, the Kadesh or whatever, it simply means Saudi Arabia. It's located over there. All right, now. It said within 1 year, their judgment, because they are going to hire. Say, according to the years of an hiring. So they're going to hire the whole world for 1,000 years. A year as 1,000 years. This is where I focus, and it's very, very important. That's why I come back here right away, as the Ruach HaKodesh reminds me. So right now, they're going to rule the whole world for 1,000 years, okay? And we see a day as 1,000 years, a year also go as 1,000 years. And it said, according to the years, to the years of their hiring, okay? So they are going down within a year. So which means in 1,000 years, they are going down. That is the end. They are falling. They're going to fall with a great crash, and the whole world is going to shake. In fact, we're going to celebrate, because we will not see no more of this garbage anymore. They will all be swept into the lake of fire. Revelation 14, verses 8, I read, and they followed another angel, saying, Babylon is falling. He is falling. That great city. Allah is great. Okay, but in wickedness. That great dragon, the old serpent. Okay, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Do you know what that is? When you convert, you see him. These are all human that looks like sand. Circle around the Kaaba, kissing the black stone. That is spiritual idolatry. Bowing down to idols. Has never been done. Now, Revelation 16:19. And the great city is always great. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before Jehovah, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. That's what we are talking about here, the wrath of Abba Yehovah. This is the end of Islam. Revelation 18, we are still coming back here. I just read verses 2. And he cried mightily with a stronger voice, saying, Babylon the great is falling, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage, this is the cage, of every unclean and hateful bear. This is it. This is the cage. Kovu, spiritual prison. Yeah, this is it. This is what we are seeing. Here I am, Numbers 16:26, as a kind of advice for anyone that don't want to convert to Islam. I read, and he spake unto the congregation, saying, Depart, I pray you, from the tents of this wicked men. These are wicked men, okay? And touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. This is pure wicked. These are humans that circles around a Kaaba. Depart, lest you consume along with them, because judgment, when you come, when you convert to Islam, you're going to receive the same, likewise judgment. You're going to receive exact judgment that due you, that due a Kaaba, that due Allah, that due Islam, that due all that convert to Islam. It is spiritual idolatry. It is spiritual fornication. When you do, you are a goner eternal. You are a goner eternal. If you try, if you do convert to this coven, spiritual prison. This is spiritual prison, okay? If you do convert to this very thing, filthy, you are a goner eternally. You dance, okay? Here I am again as a kind of advice for you that doesn't know what to do or contemplating, or yes, it's a kind of advice for you never to dare convert to this spiritual coven. It is spiritual bondage. This Ikaba, you're going to be bound to it. It is spiritual prison, all right, of Allah here on earth. Allah is bringing spiritual prison down here to this very earth. And Matthew 4, I read 8 to 9. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceedingly high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down. You see all of them further and worship me. This is destructive. This is serpentine. This is demonic gathering. You get that? These are humans. These are humans that just look like ants or like sand of the seashore. Buy down to this, and there is a blaster that will be kissing it. It's total nonsense. Okay, you see, even Yahushua, even the biblical Messiah himself, this devil was not afraid. He make a negotiation. Islam is coming to make a negotiation. And this negotiation is not going to say, I will give you the whole earth. No. It's by sword. If you don't convert, it will show you the sword. Let me cut off your head. If you don't bow to Islam, bow like this to a Kaaba. I'm going to strip off your head. I'm going to chop off your head. That is this negotiation. So it's left for you now what to do with this piece of advice from the royal law. And Yahushua said, fear not them that kill only the body, and after that they cannot do no more. But rather fear him that has the power to destroy both the souls and the body, and send them both to the lake of fire. So I have introduced to you whom you need to fear when Sharia law comes. That's it. To the congregation of Thyatira, that was what Thyatira is. That was why Yahushua encourages you beforehanded. Alright? He said you should be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. That's it. But anyone that tries to save his or her own soul, you're going to lose it eternal. So these are all the proverbs he keeps speaking to you and me. If you try to save your soul in the face of affliction, when Sharia law comes, you don't want to die, you want to take the mark of the beast. Therefore, this one you're going to be kissing. This he says, it's just like vagina, the black stone. And you see the Kaaba. You see everything over there. And this is what is going to be subscribing for you to take away your sin, the black stone, woman vagina. Total garbage. Okay, total nonsense. So Yahushua said, if you try to save your life, you're going to lose it 100%. How? When you convert to Islam, that simply means eternal damnation. You are gone. Not always about that. It's irrevocable. All right. So right now, the last letter, I'm so glad that I'm about to be done. So what did I go for? The letter A in this word called Kaaba. So far and so far. All these 4 letters we have already established. What are you going to say about it? Because it's coincidence? No, the evidence is just too huge to be ignored. This is what it is. What is the first letter? Knowledge of evil, knew all. Do you see how all parallel to that Kaaba? That is knowledge of, that is wickedness, in fact. Alright, so the second letter, what did it go for? Adam attacker, the final attack. He has been attacking Adam and his posterities. Started from Genesis 3. Now he want to do the final attacking, to attack the 4 corners of the earth, to convert to Islam. That is the final great disaster that is about to come. And the third, what did it go for? Arabic language. Arabic is serpent native language and his final gathering. Because he said Arabic language is going to govern the system of the whole world eternal. And whereby we all see that the Arabic, in fact, Arabic came from sin. How can you think that came from sin serve eternal? No, it's temporary. Okay. And what is the 4th letter? What did it go for? B. Babylon is falling. Is falling. Coincidence? Not at all. Be real. Come on now. It is what it is. Exactly what it is. What is being called, that is what it is. All right now. They say Kabami Square. That's left for you. But we are digging into the meaning of words in this platform. That's what Abayewa is doing. It carries names. It carries authority. It carries authority. We see. What is the name of Abayewa? I am that I am. And what is the name of Yahushua? I am that I am is salvation. That's it. You see, when Abayewa come, first time for this net to be revealed, really indeed salvation was being given unto our forefather right in the land of bondage. That's it. So right now we go for the very last letter, which is called A. What did it go for? Allah associates Alat, Al-Huza, and Manat face Yahuwah's wrath. This is final. This is the end of it all. The one we see now, Babylon is falling. Yes, it's falling. But when Babylon falls, it will face judgment. It will face the wrath of Abba Yahuwah. That it will be the eternal lake of fire. So what is the very last letter? Allah associates. Allah. These are the three daughters of Allah. And they said that Allah, okay, Allah is not a father. Allah is not, he have no son. Correct. But Allah have daughters. Allah, Al-Huza, and Manat. These are the three daughters that have an association with Allah. These are Allah's associate. These three deities or goddesses, their prayer, Quran says it is acceptable before Allah. We are coming into that. So first of all, we want to look into the path of the wrath of Abba Yahuwah, because Abba Yahuwah is going to pour fire on them at the very end of it all. So these are the objects you're going to find in the Kaaba, inside Kaaba. In fact, it's not holies of holy, it is filthies of Allah. Okay? So this three goes for the three goddesses, because this temple was theirs, once theirs. Okay? It belongs to them before Allah came in system, or Quran, came in system. Allah has been in existence right from Genesis 1. You see, one goes for Alat, one goes for Al-Huza, and one goes for Manat, the three daughters whose intercessor is acceptable by Allah. So let's get a preset for this. Let's first of all look into their judgment. Then we'll look into Allah associates. He have associates. Here I am again, like I said. So we are coming back right to Revelation 18. So you can read it all. It's about Allah's judgment and his three daughters, Alat, Al-Huza, and Manat, face the wrath of Abba Yahuwah. So I read now from verses 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people. Is still warning, okay, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Yeah, plagues is on our way coming. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahuwah hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double how much she hath glorified herself, and received deliciously, and lived because when you cover the whole world to Islam, you're going to be living deliciously. Okay, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen. Really, you're going to sit a queen? Alat, Al-Huza, Manat. And I am no widow. Really? And shall see no sorrow. Really? Therefore shall her place come in one day. That one day still go for 1,000 years. The very one I unveiled already. Death and mourning and famines. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahuwah, who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth, and who committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her, when they see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. 1 hour still go for 1,000 years. 1 year still go for 1,000 years. 1 day still go for 1,000 years. He keep turning it is, but he just make just one thing, but keep coming in different, ways. And the Martianites of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. No one is gonna be buying to this crap Mecca anymore. Mecca is gone. The merchandise of gold, according to what the history I followed about this Kaaba, the door of it, in fact, the dome of the rock, you see, is pure gold. Even the door in this nonsense is also pure gold. The of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen and purple and sling and scarlet. Scarlet represent, the words of redemption, and all that wood or whatever, all manner vessel of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of bronze, and of iron, and marble. It keep going on, it keep going on. Okay, this will never be seen no more. Do you know what it is for the whole world to be tripping into Mecca, bowing down to Kaaba at every year? That is delicious. That is lustrous. Okay. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee. You will not see that nonsense anymore. People coming to kiss Kaaba and kiss the black stone is gone. And all things which we are, and all things and goodly are departed from thee. And thou sayest, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchandites of these things which were made rich by her shall stand far off. Okay, keep talking and talking, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple. He keep naming it. Oh, his once a glory. Oh, alas, once glory. Keep naming it, and cry when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust. No, me, I'm not going to do that for Allah. Verses 20 now. Rejoice over her, thou heaven. Gonna dance and jubilate over her. And yea, holy apostles and prophets, for Yahuwah hath avenged you on her. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a millstone, that's it, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall find no more at all. The voice of harps and musicians, and of pipes, and of trumpets shall be heard no more at all indeed. And no crafty man of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more indeed. And the sound of master shall be heard no more at all indeed. Keep listening. And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all indeed. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all indeed. For thy Martianites were the great men of the earth, for thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets, yes, and of saints, and of that we slay upon the earth. In Allah, he started slaying, the killing, the murdering right in Genesis 3. Okay, and he's coming to do the very last damages. He's going to slay the people of the book. He's going to kill them all. Because if you say you won't convert, he's going to slay you. But we see the judgment of Allah. It is disastrous. Yes, this is what due Allah and whosoever that convert to Islam. So what is the very last letter? Allah associate, Alat, Aluza, and Manat. Face Yahuwah's wrath. That's it. So we are into Allah's judgment. That is a very final letter. Here I am, Ezekiel 7. I read 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Axel, thou son of man, thus saith Yahweh Elohim unto the land of Israel, and yes, when in it, because the land, the whole earth belongs to Israel. So you performing iniquity in our lands, listen not to your judgment, another judgment. Because this is our land. It's not for Arabic, It is for the Yisrael. Arabic, you have no place in us. You will be chased out of the family. You will be the son. Only temporary blessing you have, not to inherit the earth. No, you stay in our land. This is your judgment, okay? Unto the land of Israel, an end. The end is come upon the four corners of the land, the four corners of the earth. The end has come, okay? 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my hunger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thy abominations. You you kiss stone and say stone, it is an abomination. That is idols. That is an idolatry. And my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abomination shall be in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am Yahuwah, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, an end is come, the end is come. It's watch for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish my hunger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thy abominations. And my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thy abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am Yahuwah, that I smite thee. That's it. Receive judgment now, because you have been defiling the altar of Abba Yahuwah, and you have been polluting all and all. Your end, that is what we are looking into, your judgment. Let's put some more. Here I am again in the book of Yashar, chapter 6, verses 13 to 26. I read, and at the end of 7 days, that is the 7,000 years of theirs, they're going to rule till the end of 7,000 years. Listen up. In the 600th year of the life of Noah, the waters of flood were upon the earth, and all the fountains of the deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And Noah and his household, and all the living creatures that were with him, came into the ark on account of the waters of the flood. And Yahuwah shut him in, and all the sons of men that were left upon the earth became exhausted through evil on account of the rain, for the waters were coming more violently upon the earth, and the animals and beasts were still surrounding the ark. And the sons of men assembled together about 7,000 men and women, and they came unto Noah to the ark. And they called to Noah, saying, open for us that we may come to the ark. Come to the ark, and wherefore shall we die? You can't enter my ark. All right, you can't borrow salvation. Salvation is not meant to be borrowed. Excuse me. You cannot enter my ark, because Abba Yahuwah gave me the size of my ark, and to build it to contain me and my ark. So that's it. You cannot enter my ark. You cannot borrow my ark. You cannot borrow my salvation. You cannot borrow my anointing. Never. It has never been done. So if you want to build your ark, you better listen to Abba Yahuwah and build your ark before this disaster comes. This is how, because Yahushua says this is coming like the days of Noah. And this is going to flush every nonsense away from this earth at the end of 7. You see it over here. These are prophetic. It's coming like the days of Noah. And what happened? It was the judgment of the whole world. The entire world, they will all be swept into the lake of fire, or into the bottomless pit. This time it's not going to be bottomless pit. It's going to be the lake of fire. So you can't borrow my ark. Excuse me. You can't come up for me. No, not at all. You see, when Noah entered inside the ark, Abba Yahuwah shut him in. So he's not the one to close the door. I'm not the one to close the door of my ark. I'm building my ark. You can't come into my ark. You can't borrow my salvation. You can't borrow it. It has never been done. You better listen now and do what you need to do. All right now. So I read verses 19. And Noah, then I asked Noah at the end of verse 18, come to thee in the ark, and wherefore shall we die? It's not my business at all. 19 now. And Noah with a loud voice answered them from the ark, saying, have you not all rebelled against Yahuwah, and said that he does not exist? And therefore Yahuwah brought upon you this evil, to destroy and cut you out from the face of the earth? Is not this the thing that I spoke to you for 120 years, a whole 120 years? Everything is speaking. Like we are now, everything is speaking. This is the speaking we are doing over here. Are you ready to hear? That's it. 120 years back, and you would not hearken to the voice of Yahuwah, and now do you desire to live upon earth? And they said to Noah, we are ready to return to Yahuwah. No, baby, not after when you are taking Sharia law. Not after when you are converted to Islam. No, you are not needed. You are filth. You are filth now. You are not needed anymore. Okay? Now you are ready. Not at all. That is not so. And Noah answered and said, okay, now we are ready to return to Yahuwah. Only open for us that we may live and not die. And Noah answered them, saying, behold, now that you see the trouble of your souls, you wish to return to Yahuwah. Why did you not return during those 120 years, which Yahuwah granted you as the determined period? But now you come and tell me this on account of the trouble of your souls. Now also Yahuwah will not listen to you. That's correct. Neither will he give ear to you on these days. That's correct. So that you will not now succeed in your wishes. Yes. And the sons of men approach. This is what we are talking about. This is the destruction that is coming now. Okay. We are doing over here. And the sons of men approached in order to break into the ark, to come in on account of the rain, for they could not bear the rain upon them. And Yahuwah shot all the beasts. And Yahuwah sent all the beasts and animals that stood around the ark, and the beasts overpowered them and drove them from the place. And every man went his way, and they again scattered themselves upon the face of the earth. And the rain was still descending upon the earth. And 40 nights and 40 days, and 40 days and 40 nights, and the water prevailed greatly upon the earth, and all the flesh that was upon the earth or in the waters died, whether man, animal, beast, creepy things, or birds of the air. And there only remained Noah and those that were with him in the ark. This is coming in the global scale. Put your house in order. It is disastrous. Don't convert to Islam. It is disastrous. You better die and get resurrected. Either 3 months or 3 years. I don't know. Because he said, immediately after the tribulation of those days, the Son of Man is going to appear. That is why first resurrection waited before the Sharia law, in order to see who would take the mark of the beast and who would not take the mark of the beast. So when you get beheaded, either 3 months or 3 years, resurrection is coming back unto you. That was why Yahushua said, if you lost it, you're going to find it again. I'm going to give it back to you. But if you try to save it, you won't. You will lose it eternal. Here I am, Hebrew chapter 12, 26 to 27. Whose voice then shook the earth, but now he had promised, saying, yet once more I will shake not the earth only, but also heaven. Did you get that? He once did it. Genesis 6, we see that. And he's going to do it again. This time he's going to be the boss. And this word yet once more signify the removing of those things that are shaking, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain. Okay? So the one that cannot be shaken, that is Yehovah's kingdom. So Islam is shakeable. Christianity is shakeable. All of them is going to be wiped out. All right. So he said he did this those days only earth, but this time it's going to be earth and heaven. All right. So heaven could be those of highly things we were unable to see with our own, like Allah and his wicked lies is going to be revealed and surface. It's going to be like broad daylight. All of that is going down to the grave. Eternal link of fire. That's it. So here I am in the first book. We want to look into now. Who are they? Allat, a loser. Allah associate, okay. Allah associate. Who are they? Allat, Al-Huzza, and Manat. So let's see who are they. Here I am in the first book of Adamekawa, verses 74. I'm going to be reading from verses 5 or so. And Yehovah looked at his hand a servant Kawa and delivered her. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and with him a daughter. And Adam rejoiced at Kawa's deliverance, and also over the children she had bore him. And Adam ministered unto Kawa in the cave, until the end of 8 days, when they named the son Cain and the daughter Luluwa. The meaning of Cain is hater, because he hated his sister in their mother's womb. In their mother's womb. They came out of it. Therefore did Adam named Cain. You see, he's hater. Okay? And we know it's the actual father of Cain. It is serpent. Verses 8. But Luluwa means beautiful, because she was more beautiful than her mother. So write down. That is the area I want to point out. So we knew prior to what took place in Genesis 3, okay, from their sentences, we now see that serpent is going to be a father, and we know it was sexual activity, like I read in part 1. Okay, Genesis 3, Sons of Solomon 2, we see she was 80-something also, and we also see that in the Gospel of Bartholomew chapter 4, verses 57, way down to 60, how serpent cast spell. I've already read it in part 1. If you listen to part 2, you will understand it. How serpent cast spell. He said he shaved his armpit, okay, and the sweat from his breast, okay, and the one from his loins, bosom, all right. He now, put it in the water. That is how he cast the spell, and the woman had drank of it. He said when she drank of it, therefore desire that comes upon her. That is why she will be able to desire another man. And we now see that confirmation right in Genesis 3. And we also see the sentences. Abba Yewana said, no, you shall desire your husband, okay? So it was sex activities. So the very first sex act that took place here on earth, of course, it has to be twins. Have you ever wondered who did Cain marry to? Have you ever wondered, since there was no one here on earth? Yes, this is how it happened. Abba Yewa did it. When serpent had sexual intercourse with a woman, she now brought forth a boy and a girl, where I just read. All right? And the boy was Cain, and Luluwa was the twin sister that came one day. And Abel was also twin. Okay? A boy and a girl as well. Because this is how Abba Yewa, of course, it has to be so. If not, where are they going to find a wife to marry? This is how Abba Yewa did it in the beginning. And this is how Sepe also decided, I will make myself like the Most High. So, Luluwa is a lot. Allah associate, alert. And the daughters of Luluwa, when you keep reading, you're going to see the Luluwa also have sons and daughters. And the daughters of Luluwa, it is Al-Huzza and Manat. These are the three first daughters of Allah. The very one Quran even admit unto us that their prayer, their intercessor is acceptable by Allah. Oh, Robo Santaya Bobo Seke. Allah is Luluwa. Explain that powerful part here on earth. Ribo Bobo, oh, Ribo Santaya Bo. Imarika yantalabo. Mosekeyabo. So this is once their temple. This is how it once looked like before Muhammad. Allah now said to Muhammad, now let's, a bit modify it. These people, they are growing up so that they will not understand what we are doing over here. They now change it into mosque today. And yeah, see their holies of holies, okay? You see how wonderful they now turn into today? So these are the three daughters of Allah. Alat, Al-Luhuza, and Manat. And the very first one, it is the very first daughter of Allah, which is what? Luluwa. Cain, twin sister. And we see from the royal law said Cain is of that wicked one. We know what took place. Alright. So right now I want to look into the association. Allah says is a law. No one why are you comparing me with others? That is why they are coming to behead the Christian. Because when you are saying Messiah is also a God, therefore, Allah have an associate. And Allah said, I don't have no association. I'm just alone in his coven. And you say Allah have so that is what they are coming for. And plus you said Allah have a son. Okay, Allah have a daughter. Alright. And plus you say he died, buried, and resurrected. That is what they are coming for. Okay, so these are the black stone. Once being used to worship these three deities. It is their vagina, okay? But today it's being found in Islam, retained. And they said this black stone needs to take away your sin. Okay? So right now I want to look into the part of Allah. Allah said he don't have no associate. Is that true? But Quran reproved Allah and said that is not true. So let's go to Quran. Thanks of Quran. Class of weaknesses from Quran itself. Listen now. Quran 56 verses 75 to 79. I'm going to read just one part that I need. Allah is the one speaking. I swear by the folly of stars. Allah swore by stars. So star is Allah associate. We precede that Quran chapter 36 verses 1 to 14. I'm going to read the part that I needed. I swore, Allah said, I swore by heaven and the comma by night. He swore by the night, he swore by heaven. Quran 53 verses 1 to 4. I'm reading the part I need. I swore by the star when it goes down. That's it. I read another one. Quran chapter 81 verses 15 to 19. I just said the part that I need. I swore by the stars. That's correct. Allah is swearing by all and all. He couldn't swear by himself. Now we'll see the authenticity of Abba Yehovah. Quran 36 verses 2 to 4. I swore by the Quran full of wisdom. Allah swore by Quran. Quran chapter 38 verses 1 to 2. I swore by the Quran full of admonition. Quran 43 verses 2 to 3. I swore by the book that makes things clear. That is Quran again. Quran chapter 44 verses 2 to 3. I swore by the book that makes things manifest. Okay, I swore by the book that makes manifest. That is Quran again. So we go to another Quran. Quran 51 verses 1 to 8. I'm going to read the part that I just needed. I swore by the wind. I swore by the clouds bearing the load. I swore by the ships. I don't want to laugh. That get easy. I swore by angels who distribute blessing by our commandment. I swore by heaven full of ways. Allah heaven is full of ways. Quran 52 verses 1 to 17. I'm also going to read the part that I needed. I can read all. I swore by the mountains. I swore by the book written. I swore by the house, Kaaba. Kaaba is there. Also swore by Kaaba. The very one we are unveiling the wickedness of a Kaaba. I swore by the elevated whatever company. Copy. Oh, this is nonsense. I swore by the sea. Allah also swore by the sea. So we proceed to another Quran. Quran chapter 91, verses 1 to 7. I swore by the sun and the brightness. I swore by the moon. I swore by day. I swore by night. Swore by heaven. Hey, I swore by earth. What is this? I swore by soul. Hey, this is serious, eh? Quran 100, verses 1. I swore by the runners. Breathing. Hey, he swore by the runners. Breathing. Oh no. Quran 68, verses 1. I swore by the pen. Really? By the pen we used to write? This is serious. And with the angels. He also swore with the angels. Right. Okay, the pen the angels used to write. Oh my Father, this one is serious. So, Quran 95, verses 1 to 4. I swore by the fig and olive and mountain. This one is terrible. Okay, we are done. You see nonsense? Quran swore by everything. He swore by the earth, including pork. Even though Quran said pork is unclean, but Allah swore by pork. Alright? Allah swore by pork. Allah also swore by dog. Even though Quran is against dog, and said when you see a dog in the morning is your enemy, that dog needs to be killed. But Quran also swore, because if you swore by the earth, which means you swore by everything here on earth. Even the skin cloth, Allah said is evil. Allah, which means swore by it. You swore by prostitute. You swore by homosexuality. You swore by lesbianism. You swore by all and all, everything you ever knew on earth. Allah swore. Allah could not say, I swore by myself. So these are the three goddesses that Allah said intercession is approved by him, Allah. The three goddesses, Allat, Al-Uzza, and Manat. Let's see the authenticity of Abiyowa's oath by swearing. Allah could not swear by himself. Rather, Allah now began to swear with pork. And yet they don't eat pork. They say pork is unclean. But yet Allah swore by it. And they say cross is a lie. And Messiah never done the cross. Yet Allah swore by it. Allah swore by souls. That is unbelievable. Hebrews chapter 6, 13 to 18. Want to see the authenticities of Abiyowa's promises. Curse. Or swearing. Or oath. To make, firm, solid promises. Here I am. Hebrews 6, 13. For when Yahweh made promises to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater. He swore by himself. Whenever Yahweh make these promises to Father Abraham, he looks around himself, back, front, right, left. No one is greater than me. Therefore, I need to swear by myself. He swore by himself. How can Allah swear by pig? You swore by cross, and you said the message of the cross is a lie, and yet you swore by cross. Verses 14, saying, surely blessing, I will bless. Yes, okay. 15, and so after he had patiently, I goes to 16, from men, listen, now for men, verily swore by the greater. We are greater than Allah. That's why Allah swore by us, all right? And an oath for confirmation is to them an end of strife. Listen now something. Wherein Yahuwah willing more abundantly to show unto the hands of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath, and that by two immutable things in which it was impossible for Yahuwah to lie. All right, we might have a strong cancellation who had fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. That's it. That is all. He swore by himself. Why should Allah be swearing by me? Which means I'm greater than you. Because Abiyawa looks around himself. No one greater than him. Then he have to swear by himself. Why should Allah make it so clear and forget all this nonsense? Swear by star, by sun, by night, whatever. All this garbage, even by pork, even by cross. Why can't you just drop all these things and swear by yourself? Just swear by yourself. Not these clerks of witnesses, you begin to swear by right and left. Stupidity. At-Tabari, okay, let me first of all finish where I'm reading. So this is the very Allah, this is Allah, this is Alat, Al-Huzza, and Manat, the three daughters of Allah. Who is this now? This is Luluwa, and this is the second daughters of Luluwa. Allah chose them to be his intercessor, his associate. Allah has associate. That's what we're looking into. Yeshayahu 45:23, I read, I have sworn by myself, the word is gone out of my mouth in righteousness, and shall not return, that unto me every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. That is it. And we just found this fulfilled in Allah. Every tongue shall swear. Allah swore, which means you are not. You are filth, okay? You are not. You are a liar. Now, At-Tabari, volume 6, number 107, makes it so clear, so clear how Satan cast first revelation in the tongues of Muhammad. All right? And the other side, Gabriel. No, it shouldn't be Gabriel. No, it should be Iblis, the one they call Jubrel. It's Iblis is devil. Iblis is devil. They said it's Jubrel. Now came and say, what did you prophesy? Because he now said these three goddesses, Allah said their intercession, as you see them wrote it out, is acceptable by him, the Allah. Is hopeful. All of them are buried and now worship Kaaba. Alright. So not too long. I don't know how long it is. Iblis, the Jubrel, now came and said, refute Muhammad and said, what have you done? You are passing out a prophecy we did not give to you. Satan have cast a words in your. You see how stupid Quran is. Anyway, family, we are done with this session. We have also point 3. So let us quickly rush into and look what is the point. How does the point go? I want to look into that as well. Very important. Stay tuned. I just Baruch Abba Yehovah for his power to enable me to do this to the glory of his eternal mighty name.
Not much to say, not much to do, not much to know, not much to be taken to heart, not much to say, not much to do, not much to know, not much to be taken to heart, not much to say, not much to do, not much to know, not much to be taken to heart, but these 4 necessary components of salvation. But these 4 elements of salvation, but these 4 needed for salvation, oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, for salvation on your path. On your path, on your path, faith, hope, trust, and obedience. Faith, hope, trust, and obedience. Yeah. salvation. Oh, yeah, never say yo. Yeah, riba sekebo. Yeah, riba seke. Yeah. Nothing, absolute nothing, absolute nothing left out. Ooh, salvation of sinners, their deliverance, their rescue from death, their rescue from sin, their rescue from hell, their rescue from judgment. Always, it always been done through this. It has always been done through this. Family talk, I see you. Let's do it together, I see you. Sweet divine fellowship, I see. Family talk, I see you. Let's do it together, I see you. Sweet divine fellowship, I see you. Ooh, Yahweh take his part, and you take your part. Yahushua take his part. Ruach HaKodesh to take his part. Family talk, I see. Let's do it together, yeah. I see. Sweet divine fellowship, I see.
All glory be unto Abba Yahweh for his wonderful works in my life. They are all coming alive to the glory of his mighty name. Yeah, in the beginning shall be little, but as we keep on and moving on in faithfulness, it's going to be so large. So right now, family, we proceed to the very point one. How did it go? Rather, I should have called it filthy of filthy, because Allah don't have holies of holies. I think I'm going to change it. Point one, Kaaba is Allah's holies of holies with 360 idols. That one I let you know already. Okay, so since I jotted down already, let me continue. Should have just changed it, because it's filthy of filthies. You don't have holies of Kaaba. It's not holies. It's filthy of filthy. So let's see how did that work. So this Kaaba, Allah's holies of holies, how does it goes, or how does it works? So we want to dig into that. First, here we are in Yeshayahu 14:12-15. I read, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend," listen now, "into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yehovah." He's going to make his own greater than that of Abba Yehovah. He's not going to even make it equal. His holies of holies is going to be greater than that of Abba Yehovah. His throne is his holies of holies, okay? Above the stars of Yehovah. "I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the highest of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." That's it. I will be like the Most High. That is where I'm into. And how he's going to make his own throne greater than that of Abba Yehovah. So right, he said, I'm going to make myself like the Most High. You know, Abba Yehovah have holies of holies. So let's see. Check it out. What is that? So here I am. Exodus Shemo 20 verses 25. He said, I will make myself like the Most High. And you have holies of holies over here at Mecca. I read, "And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone." Hewn stone simply means what is already being manipulated, okay? a designed stone. You must make it with a natural stone, like that of a virgin, not yet touched by any man. For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast thou hast polluted it. It's now is polluted. Is no more a virgin. So right now, I want to stipple more. We are going somewhere. You know the Kaaba stone. Allah says the mist He normally used to take away sin. So let's see what that is. Here I am, Leviticus 21 verses 13. And he shall take a wife in her virginity. The men of Israel is being commanded to take a wife in their virginity, not a defiled woman. Just like the stone. You and I know what stone is. Yahushua is the chief cornerstone. If you listen to part 1, you understand what I'm talking about already. I first of all read it. And Kepha is also a stone. We are altogether a spiritual stone to build a spiritual house. Listen to part 1. I'll read that already. You see, Yahushua is the chief cornerstone. And we are the spiritual stone to build a spiritual house to Abba Yahuwah. So in this concept, you see already Abba Yahuwah said, you must make altar for me. And that altar, you must make it with unhealed stone. Unhealed. It must be pure. He said, if you lift up your tool upon it, you pollute it already. Okay? So we are going somewhere. I just want to first of all throw this in before we unveil what I'm talking about. Alright, now here we are. Exodus 29, 35 to 37. This is their own stone. Did you see it? This is their altar stone. This is the Kaaba stone. The very mix Allah used to take away their sin. This is their altar stone. And Abba Yahuwah said, if you have to make me an altar of stone, it must be made with unhewn stone. Like this one, they already manipulated. You see, it's just like vagina. Okay, it's already been manipulated. But the one Abba Yahuwah said they should use to make its own, it must be a natural stone, not yet touched by anyone. That is why I put that verses of a prince or man of Israel needs to marry a virgin. Okay, unhewn stone means natural stone. But when you design it already, it said therefore when you lift your tool upon it, you pollute it already. So that is this virgin. It's no more virgin, it's no more pure. Alright, now I read. This is the altar. We are coming to the altar over here. I read now 35. And thus shalt thou do unto Aaron, is the high priest, okay? Play the part of Yahushua. And Yahushua is the eternal high priest. And to the very chief cornerstone. Alright? And to his sons, according to all things which I have commanded thee, 7 days shalt thou consecrate them. That 7 days is time for 7,000 years of our final cleansing. And thou shalt, listen at 36, and thou shalt offer every day a bullock for a sin offering for atonement, and thou shalt cleanse the altar. What is in the altar that you need to, the altar, because this altar is the altar of stone, but this is Allah's altar of stone. Inside is holies of holies. Alright? And this altar again of Abba Yahuwah is also in the holies, not holies of holies. Okay? It's in the holies. Okay? Atonement. And thou shalt cleanse the altar. When thou hast made an atonement for it, this altar needs to be atoned for. Because this altar did something, okay, that breaks the rules and regulations of Abba Yahuwah. Therefore, this altar needs, to be atoned for. Alright? So, ask for yourself, if it is just normal stone, what a stone have done that stone needs to be cleansed? Why should you just go out there and carry a stone and begin to pray for stone and cleanse stone? This is idiom. Okay? It's speaking in idiom. And Allah is also doing the same thing over here. And when thou hast made an atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it. What is stone that you need to pour anointing oil here? Can you just go out there and begin to, after you are praying upon the oil, you will just pour it upon the stone? It doesn't work that way. It's speaking here in riddles, and we know what that is. Should I take it again? And shall make atonement for it. I don't know which sin that the stone just committed that someone needs to be atoned and pray for mercy upon stone. The high priest has to be making atonement for stone. Not a bullock needs to be sacrificed upon the stone. for the upon the stone, for the stone altar to be cleansed, for forgiveness to be given unto her. Now, this represent woman. All right. And we see that woman vagina in Islam, in Allah's holies of holies. And thou shalt anoint it to sanctify it. What is in the stone that you need to be sanctified, that you need to be made holy? Why should you just make stone holy? Can a stone be holy? A natural stone be holy? All right, now, 37. 7 days shalt thou make an atonement for the altar. This altar is made of stone. So ask for yourself, what does that have to do with Abba Yahuwah? Why should one be praying and making intercession every day by day just for stone? All right, now, we go more, we put some more. 7 days shalt thou make an atonement for the altar, and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Can you judge this for yourself? Is there any holy stone or most holy stone out there? It's speaking of a woman. It's speaking of a woman over here. All right. Listen now. Whatsoever toucheth the altar shall be holy. This blew off my mind. Could you believe? In every Ajah, every year, Islam, you see as they touch the altar, they touch the stone. Quran says either you touch or you kiss. You must do that in your lifetime. In your entire lifetime, you need to do that. Either you touch the stone or you kiss the black stone. So we are coming to read part of that as well. Let me not just be making mouth. I'm going to read it for your hearing, so we still get some more. All right, now here we are in the New Testament. We want to also unveil, like if you are a constant follower, but now you understand we am about to read. All right, so we see already 100% that altar is a woman, and it represents the sin, the first woman has sinned, because from her we all got polluted, because serpent lift his too upon her and defy her. So that is why this mercy needs to be atonement needs to be done for her for 7 days, which simply represent 7,000 years, the end of the 7. If you listen to part 1 by now, you understand already the end of the 7. That is where the final cleansing is. We need to be cleansed in 2 occasions. 3rd day we need to be cleansed, and the 7th day we need to be cleansed as well. And the 7th is the very consummation of this cleansing. All right, that is why the heavy pollution has to come first before the cleansing needs to take place. The heavy pollution, it is you not convert to Islam, okay, and by that to Kaaba, the holies of Allah. All right, now I read Ephesians. If you know what is good for you, better run out of His way. That is the nature of this segment. Ephesians 5:22. I read, wives, submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto Yahuwah. But we say the first woman couldn't do that. It submits to another man. That brings about the cleansing of the altar. For husband is the head of the wife, even as Yahushua is the head of the congregation, and he is the savior of the body. All right, so the husband is the head. That is why, in fact, we all have this. We are a pacified animal. All right, some is being called goats. That already, Matthew 25, and some is also being called sheep. All right, Yahushua is the lamb and also the lion, and we know the Ruach HaKodesh is the dove. All right, and we are the sheep of Yisrael. All right, we also see some is being called beast. Okay, and we also see serpent. That's it. So the bullock is the bullock is always being called the 12 patriarchs, started from the very first Adam. Okay, the very first Adam. So that's what the bullock go for. All right. So the bullock being sacrificed upon the altar to cleanse the altar, that simply means the husband needs to cover her in order for her to cleanse, because the man is the head. He needs to cover the wife. And how? Let's see how the man needs to cleanse the altar as an atonement for the wife The man needs to shade his wife all over in order for serpent not to enter. The man needs to cover his wife all over or for Satan not to enter or serpent not to enter. So let me read now 24. Therefore, as Yahushua is subject unto, therefore as the congregation is subject unto Yahushua, so let the wives be to their own husband in everything. Husband, love your wives, even as Yahushua also loved the congregation and gave himself for it. So husband needs to give himself for it, just as Yahushua gave himself for his bride, that he might sanctify, listen now, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word. So husband is the one that needs to cleanse his wife. You need to sanctify her. So we proceed now to 27. That he might present it to himself a glorious congregation, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that should be holy and without blemished. Husband is the one that needs to cleanse his wife. As Yahushua did it for his wife, he handed himself on the cross. And so do man needs to also do for his wife. No, my husband, you are not going to no cross. All right, you go to no cross, but you have one cross. What could that be? Your bed. Every night you need to have sexual intercourse. Your sperm is the pure water to cleanse her by night, and day you need to teach her the word of Yahuwah. And that is where that is where Allah get this logic from, that he now makes this very stone woman vagina, because he knew what Abba Yahuwah is talking to. He's speaking of woman. Therefore, he now bring out his own stone and draw out the wisdom and let us know that it is woman vagina. I did not get the understanding from Allah's woman vagina. No, I got the understanding by studying the royal law. Because Yahushua goes to the cross and crucified himself, gave himself for his congregation, for his bride. So therefore, how do you need to give yourself to your wife? Whenever you entered her sexually, you drop your sperm into her. This is how you give your life for her. The sperm you drop into her body, that is your own life you give unto her in order for her to be cleansed. He said you must sanctify her. You must remove every wrinkle or spot. Even according to secular world, they even say sperm, makes woman fresh, young, happier. They remove sicknesses from her. And that's it. Of course, I strongly believe it because it is natural. It is coming from Abba Yahuwah. He gave it unto man. But Allah now draw out his own in this manner, that you need to kiss vagina. So let's see. Just where we read from Exodus 29, 35 to 36, it says, whosoever that touches that altar is going to be made holy. And Quran now also saith, likewise to Islam, that they need to touch the stone altar or to kiss the stone altar. All right, so let's see what ours is. Not to kiss it, okay, but to touch. But there is both kissing and touching. So let's see what that is. Prior to where we just read in Ephesians, why she needs to be cleansed, and also that of Exodus 29, I still have one scripture left over before we go into what, touching the altar is. 1 Timothy chapter 2, 11 to 15, I read, let the woman learn in silence with all submission. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to use authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Hawa, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgressions. That is why that altar needs to be cleansed. She was in the transgressions. Okay, how she was in the transgressions? Because she was the mother of the seed of serpent. Because she was the one who gave egg unto serpent. Because she was the one who helped serpent to prosper in his wickedness. Serpent got her pregnant, and that is why we have satanic children today here on earth. So that was why she is in the transgression. Both of them eat of the fruit. Both of them did eat of it. But why did he say Adam was not the one who was deceived, but the woman? Because the woman is in the transgression. Yes, because the woman is the one that provide egg for serpent. Okay, so the woman is the one that helped the serpent to be a father. That was why her name is Kawa. Simply means mother of every, in fact, mother of all living things. Mother of all living things. Mother of all living. That is what Kawa means. The one you call Eve. Mother of all living. And we see Mecca simply means mother of all settlement. Alright? So they still carry that memory. Allah is still going along with that memory through the help of his daughter Luluwa, today better known as Alat, Aluhuza, and Manat. 3 daughters of Allah. So I read the very last verses. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charities and holiness with sobriety. So is she going to bury? What does that have to do? Even though you are bringing forth children every year, is that going to guarantee your salvation? He said if they keep, bringing forth children. So is that what? Is that going to be your salvation? Is that a way for salvation? Not at all. Still is speaking in read what children does she needs to bring forth? What children? So I want to see what children. In childbearing, she will be saved. That is the only way she's going to be saved. Okay? So what child that she needs to bring forth that will bring about a deliverance? So let's get the account of that. Remember where we just read, where it said, whosoever that touches the altar will be made holy. All right? And we'll see, this is the only way this woman is going to be saved, as she keep bringing forth children. In childbearing, that is how she will be saved. Notwithstanding, she will be saved in childbearing. So let's see what that is. Here I am, Titus, chapter 2. I take from 3. And each woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much. No, I hate that place because the royal law condemn alcoholism. Okay, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women. Listen now, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their own husband. Kawa, she did not love her own husband that much. That was why she longed for another man. Because if you are so deep and so with your husband or in your husband, you shouldn't be looking. In fact, if one another one comes around, it's gonna be insult unto you. You're gonna be so wide against him. What are you saying? I'm a married woman, excuse me. But she listens to another man, although we see that man cast spell upon her. So okay, let me take 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their own husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husband. You must obey your husband. This is how you're going to be saved. That the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed. And where did the word of Yahweh was blasphemed? Genesis 3. They blasphemed. Serpent blasphemed. The woman blasphemed. And the man also did. But the woman was the one who opened the door for serpent to come in. Do you see what our own is? That simply means to say, like me now, I'm teaching. Any woman I dare handle when it comes to marriage, you're going to be calling your husband. Some people, they are joking and say, my sister, you are funny. I said, this is serious, not funny. Your husband is your Messiah. Your husband is your father. Your husband. In fact, your husband have about 5 to 7 offices in you. When I begin to call it for some friends around me, they say, hey, my sister, so we just be calling him my savior. Is your savior? He took away your shame. Do you know how many women in the street without husbands? This one pay your bed price and put you in the house. Is he your savior? Is your crown of glory? You say, of course. Does he not make glory unto you? He's your Messiah. He said, what? I say, yeah. He's your king. She said, what? He is your prince. He is your Abba. And I begin to name, and I begin to call. This woman I for that she doesn't say my sister. This one, I say, I'm serious. I'm not joking. Our mama Sarah never called Father Abraham by his name. One day he always called him Adonai, the one you call Lord. That is it. Is your Adonai. Hmm? So any woman I handle, your husband is going to see, witness what is paradise on earth. So this is what our own is. The older woman needs to, in fact, young women, when I sit you down and tell you the very significances of your virginity, you will not lose it until your husband will come and break that sea for you. That is how I bring forth children. And that is how woman needs to be saved, by bearing testing and teaching other women how to be discreet. Fornication is not allowed. How to obey and love your own husband, to be submissive. When you do this, because you mix it, now you learn from your mistake and you teach it to others. This is how woman will be saved. This is our own. This is how, who touches that altar, because as I'm teaching you and you are touching me. Whosoever that touches that most holy altar will be also holy. That is our own. Not to kiss stone, not to kiss object. You heard it already. So we see what our own is. So briefly, let us also look into what Allah's own is. I want to read it, just one part of it. So first off, I would like to read what a natural stone is. If Abayewa is just speaking of just natural stone, so let's say it's an abomination. We can't do that. He's not talking of natural stone. The way we unveil, Abayewa unveil it now, you should have understand. He's talking about women. Here I am, Leviticus 26 verses 1. Listen now. Ye shall not make you no idols, nor graven image, neither you up a standard image, neither shall ye set up an image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am Yehovah your Elohim. You shouldn't do it. Thou shalt not make. You see, so you see the very natural stone, normal stone without, spiritual significances. You can't just, like this one is a normal stone. Even though if Allah is imitating Abayewa, but it's just a normal stone. Be carved like that of a woman vagina. It said, neither shall ye set up an image of stone in your land to bow down unto it, for I am Yahuwah. You shouldn't do that. It's an abomination. You can't do it. So we see now, natural stone, it is an abomination. You don't do it. But this stone we are unveiling, it is simply the spiritual significances. It is the woman, the altar. While the bullock is being placed upon the woman, it said, woman, you are the helper of your husband. When the bullock is being placed upon the altar, this is how the altar uphold the bullock. They both, is consumed together by the fire of cleansing. So that's it. In order for serpent not to sneak in again, if the man was on top of his wife, serpent would not have break in. But they were all living apart. Okay? There was no really close fellowship. So that was why serpent sneak in. Alright? So let's throw in some more from Quran. And we proceed to the very second points. Alright now. I want to read some places from their hadith. Okay? It was narrated that Ibn Umar said, I heard the messenger of Allah, don't have time for that rubbish, said, Toshi, there both the black stone and the Kaaba, okay, where is it? And is an expansion for sin, okay, narrated by Al-Temhadid, Tedimia also, 995, okay. So it says if you touch it, it's going to take away your sin. That is the mist Allah used to take away sin. Let me also put some more. Alright, now I read this again. Who narrated this? It was narrated that Umar, I'm not going to say peace is not upon you, okay, came to the black stone and kissed it. Then said, I know that you are only a stone, which can neither bring a benefit nor cause harm. Were it not that I had seen the prophet, okay, Allah's apostle being, no peace in Yahweh's mighty name, kissing you, I would not have kissed you. So, okay, narrated by Sahih Bukhari 1520. Okay, so Muhammad was kissing and touching. Okay, if a person is unable to kiss the black stone, he should touch it with his hand or something easy. Then he can kiss the thing with which is touched it. Okay, so if you cannot touch or if you cannot kiss it, you can use something, an object, to touch it. Therefore, you will kiss that object. This is total idolatry. So if your hand is not able to touch the stone, this black stone that looks like woman's vagina, you can use some object. Okay, stretch it forth and touch it with that object, and therefore you will not kiss the object. You see how demonic and twisted this has become. So right now we proceed to the second letter. I made the second point. Allah said, Abraham and Ishmael built him the Kaaba. You see another wicked lie. This Allah has told again. Blasphemy a holy man of Abba Yehovah. How can Father Abraham build a home of 360 idols? So let's put scripture to refute Allah and his madness. Here I am, Genesis 21, I take from 10. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be in with my son, even with Yeshua. And the things were very grievous in Abraham's sight, because of his son. And Jehovah said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. In all that Sarai had said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Yeshua shall thy seed be called, and also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. And he cast him out, he disowned him. Okay, when mamas, why should it be grievous unto you? When she told you to have sex with a guy, didn't you have sexual intercourse with her? Now she is also giving you another commandment, because Seped user, another woman Seped also used to carry out his wickedness was Mama Sarah after the first matriarchs. The second matriarch again did wickedly, helping Satan again to sneak into the family. She brought in Agar, and Seped gave her that teaching to give unto the man. And Father Abraham couldn't even test that spirit. You go for it, you listen unto her. And right now, by that same voice, she is commanding you to cast that son away. We don't need him anymore. And you said it grieved your heart. But why did it grieve your heart when she said you should go have sexual intercourse with a woman that is not your wife? Did you pay her birthright? Did you marry a guy? Was that not an idolatry case? Was that not fornication case? Why did you leave your own wife and go and have sexual intercourse with another woman? And when your wife give you that cancer, you were not grievous about it. Now, when she now said, no, the result, this one is satanic one. Because he wanted to kill the promised child. He wanted, as I read from the book of Yeshua, wanted to kill him. So the mother now said, no, this demon cannot live in the house with us. Now it grieved your heart. No, you listen to her. The way you listen to her when she said, go and have sex with her. Exactly the same, my friend, listen to her. Cast him out. And Father Abraham actually disowned Ishmael. So why are you not saying this Ishmael? And all Islam, do you admit that you were being cast out of the family? That is why you don't have no father. Because you don't have no father, Allah don't have a son. Because you are a bastard, you are being disowned. Therefore, you not become a bastard and have no father. And that is why Allah have no son. So why are you not saying that Father Abraham is the one that and Ishmael built Kaaba? You are mad. Total garbage. Total nonsense. If you have the book of Yeshua, you can read in your quiet time. I won't be able to read all. I won't. Okay, chapter 15. This is how Agar come into the family. Alright. So when Pharaoh, because Agar was the daughter of Pharaoh's concubine. Alright. So it was not a daughter of a wed married wife of Pharaoh. No. Rather, she was a daughter, okay, of Pharaoh concubines, one of his concubines. All right. So when you now see the power Abayewa releases in his house the day he took Mama Sarah in, all right, therefore he was so much afraid of Father Abraham and Mama Sarah. Therefore he now said unto his daughter Agar, and said, this woman, you must follow her. You must be one of the family. It will be better you go and follow her, because our mighty one is powerful. Our Elohim is powerful. All right. You must be one of the family. But Pharaoh only gave his daughter to be Hasgah. He never said go and have sex with her husband. Not at all. That was not what he was saying. He said he wanted his daughter to be under this anointing. All right. I want my daughter to be a part of this family because they have a powerful, mighty one. All right. So that was how Agar sneaked into the family. And I know Sepe was the one doing it all together, because enemy in the house is the one to know who you are. If Agar is on the street, she can know who we are, but she needs to come inside in order for she to lay hold on our blessing. All right, altogether, Allah was the one who is working, but Abayewa allows it to happen. Genesis, excuse me. All right, now, some references, let me call Genesis 25:13, 37:25, Isaiah 21. It makes it so clear that, Genesis 21, Father Abraham disowned Ishmael and now left them in the wilderness of Paran. So Paran and Paran is well known today, okay, as Saudi Arabia. Okay, the wilderness of Paran, where Father Abraham left Ishmael when he sent them to, okay, as you keep reading down Genesis 21, it is Saudi Arabia. All right. So that is the promise Abayewa had for them. Go and be living in the wilderness. All right. Until he conclude the judgment, which is the end of the 7,000 years. He sent you out of the family and not send you to the wilderness. All right. Where will also receive our, I think that is Galatians 4:25. Okay, I think I'm coming into that. I think that will be in the last verse. So first of all, let us go to Quran. This Quran and this Allah, stupid Allah. Let's touch on their wicked lies. Let's give a dirty slap in the face of Allah. He lies too much. He said Father Abraham and Ishmael is the one that built this garbage, Kaaba. Let's see what Allah himself have to say. Quran, Sabbath 34, verses 34, I read. We had not given them any scriptures which they could study, and we had not sent to them before you, O Muhammad, any warner. Is these people mad? You said Father Abraham was the one that built Kaaba, and here you are saying even in your own Quran from your own mouth, you said they never give that. He said they never give them no scripture. Neither a warner. Oh, Muhammad before you. Muhammad was the first prophet of the Arab world. We put more. Here we are again, Quran 32, verses 2 to 3. I read it, verses 3. Although they say he invented it, rather it is the truth from your Lord, O Muhammad, that you may warn a people to whom no warner has come before you. So perhaps they will be guided. He is speaking to the Arab world. He said no false prophet has ever been sent to the Arab world, but Muhammad, you are the first warner to be sent unto them. Why are you not saying now your Messiah is an Arabic man? That is blasphemy, okay? Father Abraham built this nonsense, this pagan house. Here we are again, Quran 43:23, I read. And similarly, okay, we did not send before you any warner into a city except that, okay, I want to hang it over there. I don't have time. I need to go into other parts because I have about few of it to read. It said before you, there was no warner sent into the Arab world. Quran 40 verses 4 or so. Let me be sure. Yes, I'm correct. Quran 40 verses 4, I read. And we did not send any messenger, okay, except as speaking in the language, okay, of his people. All right. He said that he did not send any messenger, as you keep reading, to the Arab world. Muhammad was the first prophet into the world of Arab. Okay, we put some more. So let me call all the Quran references. You can also do the reading by yourself. I want to go for another point. I put 2 or 3 already. That a messenger or a warner was never ever been sent into the Arab world. So how come about that you say Ishmael? Yeah, it is Ishmael that did that for you, okay? Not our father. In fact, it could also be our father. I'm coming into that spiritually because he stand Ishmael on earth. He stand Ishmael on earth. I know what they are talking about. Not that I didn't understand it. But physically, Father Abraham was not the one who did it. But spiritually, he did it. How? Because he got Agar impregnated. And that give Allah a powerful stand to stand on earth, to do these great damages in these last days. So that is what I understand about what. But physically, he isn't the one. You are a liar, okay? But spiritually, he stand Ishmael. If Ishmael wasn't born through him, Allah would not be having no stand to come and be messing up our book. Father Abraham is the one who brought this demon into our family. Of course, our mama Sarah is the cause of it all. Another woman Sempe also used, asked help from her to help him bring his daughter into the family. That is where they lay hold on our book. So when they are saying Father Abraham did this, we sometimes said in fact it's like they are confessing the truth, but he did not build this Kaaba. All right, but he bring forth Ishmael, and that give you the chance to lay hold on our book, to be talking this trash, this nonsense. So let me go. Even Sahih Bukhari said Mecca was never been built. It was an open place of idolatry. Okay, Sahih Bukhari, where is the Bukhari volume 5, book 58? Hadith 171. You can find that over there. Sahih Bukhari, yeah, I called that already. Quran 40, yeah, I read that already. 21, 25. Okay. Where is the other one I could not read? Herd 11. 45 is also Noble Quran. Okay. Akazas or whatever Akazis. Okay, it's also Quran 28:46. So I want to go for other scripture because it's like we have so much to talk about here. I shouldn't spend my day reading Quran, reading nonsense. So right now, so what are they saying? Like what I throw in already, that's what I want to unveil over here. We have so much to talk about this. All right. Father Abraham initially, okay, in a nutshell, is the one that stand there. Okay, he brought about this demon into the family. That is where these demons lay hold on our book. That is why they are calling his name into that he's the one who built the Kaaba. Allah says the one who built him the Kaaba. Yes, spiritual Kaaba. Father Abraham is the one, because Ishmael is the Kaaba. Father Abraham is the one that did it. Okay, through him, that is where they came into the family. If not, they wouldn't have been having that chance. So he made them to do that. He standing them here on earth. So let's put scriptures over that. I read. Father Abraham understood this, okay, about making mention of the names of other gods. Allah is the name of other God, is not the name of Abba Yehovah. Father Abraham understood what this is. Exodus 23:13. In all things that I have said unto you by circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be held out of thy mouth. How can Father Abraham call Allah? No, Allah, we don't know Allah. He didn't. Here I am, Deborah, Deuteronomy 18 verses 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. So Father Abraham understood this. He can't speak in the name of he can't speak in the name of Allah. He can't worship Allah. No, that is a pure lie. Okay. Here I am, Exodus 3:13. And Moshe said unto Jehovah, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and they shall say unto me, say unto me, say unto them, okay, excuse me. Moshe said unto Yehovah, behold, when I come to the children of Israel, I still want to stop. Okay, of Israel, and shall say unto them, the Elohim of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? All right, this is a mighty man of Yehovah. He never concluded and said God is a name. If you say Allah made a God, that is not the name of our maker, okay? What shall I say unto them? And Yehovah and Elohim said unto Moshe, I am that I am. This is Yehovah. I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto them, unto the children of Israel, I am that I am has sent me unto you. That's it. Okay. Any prophet that does not speak according to this name, you shall be put to death. Verses 15 said, Abba Yawana said, this is my memorial name unto all generation. John 5:43. That is why the mighty eternal prophet now come, Yahushua HaMashiach. Again, I said, I come in my Father's name. That is why he carried that name, Yahushua, meaning I am that I am, is salvation. Okay? You don't carry Allah. Here I am, Proverbs 30 verses 4. Who hath ascended unto, excuse me, I take it again. Who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his face? Who hath burned the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name? If you can tell. What is his name? He have a name, his son have a name. What is his name? And what is his son's name? It goes like this. Yehovah is his name. His son's name is Yahushua, meaning I am that I am is salvation. We also go to Revelation 14:1. That is the name written on our forehead. Yahovah Yahushua, not Allah. Okay. When you go now to 1 King chapter 18, that was the reason why all the first prophet was being slaughtered. 850 prophets were slaughtered by prophet Eliyahu, because that speaks in the name of other gods. They invoke the power of other gods. And when the test came, we now see that they were worshiping false mighty one. With that, they all got slaughtered, got killed. But genuine prophet of Yehovah command all 850 prophets of Allah to be slaughtered. We see all of them were being slaughtered. You can read it in your quiet time. 1 King chapter 18. The same is going to happen to this group. Okay. So we see Father Abraham, the Israel, we have never been sent into Arab world. So Muhammad was the one doing, all right. Muhammad was, according to what where we just read from Quran, Muhammad was the first prophet being sent into Arab world. Okay. So not Father Abraham. Spiritual, I know what they are talking about because it's their stand. Because he helped to bring that demon Ishmael here on earth. In Egypt, there is in Allah, okay, pre-Islam, called pre-Islam word, Allah was being called in Egypt higher or higher, or higher, similar, close to Allah. Your few words is, Allah keep modifying the whole system in order for the world not to know. Okay, so to the Egyptian, this is the one, the Egyptian, in the Egyptian's world, okay, yeah, in Egyptian's world is for moon god, okay, moon was worshipped by the Egyptians as the moon god with a crescent moon and sun disk. Okay, we see that all everywhere in Islam, crescent moon and the sun. All right. So Quran 24:35 make it so clear that Allah is the star of heaven. He fell. Look at Quran 24 verses 35. Yes, said Allah is the light of heaven and is the light of air of the earth. All right. Luke 10:18. Yahushua make it so clear. I saw Satan falling from heaven like light. Is the one we are talking about here. Revelation 18:10, exactly the same thing. A great star fall from heaven. Revelation 19:1, a great star fall from heaven. Isaiah 14:12, how are that falling? Light of the Lucifer, son of the morning. So we see who they are really indeed referring to. Ezekiel 28:17 said, because of the brightness of you, okay, you now become pumped up. All right, so this is who they are. This is the author of Ichabod. Okay, so want to know now what year this Ichabod was built? I just the history over here. It is a pagan worship. Okay, this Ichabod Center is where the pagan worship, like I said, with 360 idols. Muhammad managed to destroy about 358 and kept it to the Kaaba and the black stone. He kept it. And that's what they are still using today, because Allah said, don't worry, this one will still serve until the end. All right now. Who built the Kaaba? So, pagan worship. Kaaba temple was built by a Yemen ruler called Abu Ka'b Assad, reigned in Yemen from 410 AD to 425 AD. Quran was written in 610 AD. So how come about that? Quran was written in 610 AD, and Kaaba was being built by Yemen ruler, okay, who reigned from 410 AD to 425 AD. How come about? All this is in the world history, and yet these people have no shame at all to be talking this trash, and don't even bother with people, white smart people is going to look into that. You are totally mad. Okay, Quran was written in 610 AD. Okay. And this history again also throw more light upon it. A book written by Dr. Rafat Amr, author of the book titled Islam in the Light of History, presented historical conclusive facts to prove Mecca town was not yet formed in Saudi Arabia until the 4th century AD. So this is far beyond Father Abraham. All these are in the world history. You can also type that book. You can, if you have the time to read, you can read it. Read it for yourself. Do the history. So for you to know who is speaking. So to me, what I truly understand is that, yes, when they are saying Father Abraham built the Kaaba, this is what they are saying in Noshe, Kodele. He helped Allah to carry out his last weapon against humanity, because Father Abraham, Kawa, the first woman and the first man, first of all, help him to carry the frustration we are going through all these 6,000 years. They help him to carry it out. Now, the very one that is going to be carried out now against us is being helped by Father Abraham. Father Abraham was the one who helped them bring it now Ishmael, whereby Abba Yahweh already make you a promise. He said, I'm going to give you a child. It's like you doubted, because if you are still full of that faith, as your white brother told you, you need to rebuke her and say, no, don't do that. Why should I go into another woman? That is fornication. I did not marry to her in the first place. Why should you even say that? Are you writing yourself off? Are you denying my maker? You think you can't do it? You're supposed to encourage her because she's a woman. She's out of menopause. Mama Sarah, I understood that perfectly, because everything was dead in her. So she not conclude this can't be anymore. Okay, her guy is still young. Let me just give her to my husband, so that in order for us to raise child. But if you are truly full of faith, you still need not to go by that. Because the one that make you cannot lie. You see, you couldn't encourage her when she was discouraged. You couldn't rebuke her. Rather, you took Agar to the bed you have sex. And this is how you help Satan again to carry out wickedness in these last days against us. So this, when they are speaking, codedly, this is what they are saying. Okay? So the very last point. How did that go? Point 3. Allah confirming Ishmael covenant. That is it. Allah is confirming The covenant Abayewa, a promises Abayewa made to Ishmael. Allah is the one to confirm that. So let's get a precept over that. All right, now here I am in Quran 46, chapter 46, verses 12. I read, and before it was the scripture of Moshe to lead and as a Melson. And this is a confirming book in an Arabic tongue to warn those who have wronged and has good tidings. Who has wronged, and good tidings in doers of good. Do you get that? He came to confirm the book of Moshe, which is our own book, the covenant of Moshe, the covenant, the book, the Old Testament. It said Quran came to confirm that. What is it saying in a nutshell? What is the book of Moshe? That is where we are reading the Old Testament. That's where we are reading. And then when I see, let's quickly read that. So this is what Quran is confirming, you see. It said he came to confirm that book. Okay, came to confirm that book in Arabic. In Arabic. He came to confirm that scriptures in Arabic tongue. Because the scripture that belongs to Ishmael and needs to be confirmed in Arabic tongue. Genesis 17:20 I read. And as for Ishmael, here is the covenant, here is the promises. And as for Ishmael, I have held thee, behold, I have blessed him, and will make him fruitful, and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he beget, and I will make him a great nation. This is what Quran came to confirm. And how is he going to make him a great nation? Converting the whole world to Islam. That's it. We also read this covenant again, 16. Take it from 7 to 12. They say covenant is also there. I'm going to make you a great nation. I'm going to multiply Ishmael exceedingly that you can number it. Yes. That's what Quran came to confirm. Excuse me, I just look where I jotted that. It's not just Genesis 70. It is from Genesis 17:10 way down to 23. Okay, that's where the promises is. Let's check it out now. The covenant Allah came to confirm. All right. Genesis 17, I take from 10 now. This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Okay, every male child among you shall be circumcised. Ishmael is under this covenant. Could you believe that? He's circumcised, but not on 8 days. So he's not in the covenant of 8 days. But he was 13 years old when he cut off his, foreskin. So it's in this covenant, all right? They want. He cut off his foreskin. All right. So I read 10 now. 11. And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant between me and thee. All right. So between Father Abraham, that is where the 8 days circumcision is. Ishmael is not under the covenant of 8 days circumcision, but is under the covenant of cutting off flesh. He did. All right, he did. 12. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every male child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed. All right. He that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money, that is servants, okay, slaves, must need to circumcised, and my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting. Ishmael is here. So what is the covenant? This is the covenant Allah is confirming, because he said my covenant is going to be on your flesh. For that of Ishmael indeed is in the flesh, but not in the spirit, because the spirit stands for eternity, and those are the ones that circumcised on the 8 days according to the covenant. But Ishmael did his own, and the covenant was not given unto him but to his father. Okay, he did his own, age 13. All right. So right now, Ishmael covenant, it is of the flesh, and that is why they have their book, and their book came in to confirm, as I just read from Quran, this very covenant. Okay. So you keep ready. So let me go now to, I read 20 already. Let me see 21. 21. But my covenant will I establish with Isaac, but Sarai, which Sarai shall bear unto thee at this set time in the next year. And he left off talking with them. Okay, 23 now. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were bought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and they circumcised, and the flesh of their foreskin in the same day as Jehovah has come. Ishmael is under this covenant, but in the flesh, not in the spirit. And this is what Quran came to confirm. Okay, so what is the promises of Abba Yahweh? To multiply Ishmael, to cause a rampant growth, okay, to make him fruitful, to bless him, to enlarge him on earth, but for 1,000 years. After that, that covenant is broken, it's over, it's fulfilled. The covenant is broken, it's fulfilled, it's done away with. We don't need any giant son in our midst, never, no more. Genesis 21, I'm taking from 14, you see. Even though he was circumcised, because it's not eternal, he was still sent out of the family, he was still being disowned, he was still being sent out, but Abba Yahweh approved it and said, listen to your wife. I read now 14. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water. So what is bread? And what is a bottle of water? Follow up next Shabbat. No, this will come up next to with Shabbat. It's going to come up next to with Shabbat. I'm going to take it very simple now. And gave it unto Agar, putting it on her shoulder, and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Baal-sheba. Wilderness is always, their home. In the wilderness of Baal-sheba. What is Baal-sheba? Simply means 7 well of water. And the water was spent in the battle, and cast the child under one of the straws. Do I need to read here? Because this one I reserve for next week Shabbat. Alright, let me go ahead and read just 21 now. And he dwelt, is still talking about Ishmael, okay, when he was being disowned, sent out of the family. So he now dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. That's where I want to read, which is Saudi Arabia today. And he now dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. And his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. You see, the God of Egypt, they call Haya or whatever. It is the God Agar used to worship. And to my surprise today, is being called Haya, alright, or High, or whatever. And it simply means more gods. And that is what the Egyptians used to worship. And we know these Egyptians also worship vagina. Alright? And now, this same Agar is the daughter of Allah. I wonder when some people say Ishmael and Egypt, they are not the same. Who says so? His mother is an Egyptian woman, and he was being given unto his mother. He now began to worship the gods of his mother, which is Allah, the very one the Egyptians used to worship before, the Mughals. Alright? The Mughals. So, the wilderness of Paran is simply Saudi Arabia today. Coincidence? Because that's where Ishmael dwells. Alright? That's where he dwells, him and his mother. The Saudi Arabia, the wilderness of Paran. It is Saudi Arabia today. You can also do your simple research. It is Saudi Arabia, people. Coincidence? Deuteronomy 32 verses 2. And he said, Yehovah came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints from his right hand, with a fiery law for them. From Paran he shone forth. Abba Yahweh is going to use Ishmael powerfully in these last days, which is the Quran. That is why water go for the Ruach HaKodesh, water go for people, water go for the word of Abba Yahweh. We see Father Abraham gave him a water. In fact, Abba Yahweh himself opened the well of water for them. Do you know where that well came from? That is their book. We'll do more on that. I just take it simple today. Next week is Shabbat. Again, here we are, Numbers 10:12. And the children of Israel took their journeys out of the wilderness of Sinai, and the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran. Paran today, it is Saudi Arabia. Abayawa has something, of course, powerfully to do with Ishmael. Alright? He has something powerfully to do with Ishmael. It's included in this book. And this is what Quran came to confirm. Where I'm just reading. The wilderness of Paran, which is Saudi Arabia, that Mecca today. Here I am, Psalm 84, verses 5 to 6. Blessed is the man whose strength is in thee, in whose heart are the ways of death. Listen now. 6. Actually, here is where I'm driving to. Who passing through the valley of Baca. Where is Baca today? Mecca. Mecca, people. Baca, Mecca. It's what Islam called Baca, but the royal law call it Baca. But in Arabic word, they not call it Mecca. He said, who passed through the valley of Baca, make it a well, the rain also falleth the pools. Follow up next to Shabbat, we're going to unveil this powerfully. Okay, you see, he gave them well, and he gave them rain, he gave them pools. It also speaks of water. Alright, so next week Shabbat, we're going to dig more into that. Abba Yehovah is with Ishmael powerfully to do great disaster, not for honor. No, because this madness is going to last only for 1,000. That is the promises he had with him. Early blessing. Whether 1,000 year, 1 year, 1 day, 1 hour is fulfilled, that's it. Ishmael himself will be cast into the lake of fire. That's it. Abba Yahweh is going to use Ishmael to judge every iniquity here on earth and wipe them all down to Islam. Then Abba Yahweh himself will judge Ishmael, judge Allah, judge every convert of Ishmael, and wipe all of them down to the lake of fire. That is why the white judgment throne exists. Okay. Here I am, Galatians chapter 4, verses 25. You can take it from 21 to 31 also. 20 what? Yeah, 22 to 31. But I'm just reading only 25 for the sake of time. For this Agar is Mount Sinai. Or should I take? No, let me take it from 22. It will be much better. For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons. All right now. Oh, my father. Quickly, I just remind by the Ruach HaKodesh just remind me a very important word that was left out in Psalm 84, where I just read about Baca. And yes, this is what Islam is saying about this, that Baca is the first house, as you read Psalm 84, 1 to 6, is the first house of worship of Abba Yehovah. Why did they say that? Let me read verses 4. Now, blessed are they that dwell in thy house. This is how King James put it. NIV say your first house. They will be still praising thee. Why? And then I said we found Baca, which is Mecca. So then I said Mecca, because whenever our forefather was coming from the wilderness of Paran, and the first house, what was that? It's Mount Sinai. When Abba Yehovah gave us when he gave us the royal law, and when he gave us the covenant, okay, including the new covenant, that is where it was being prophesied, okay, how it's going to conclude the whole matter. It was as Mount Sinai, which is Saudi Arabia today. Okay, so blessed is that house, and they who still worship there. And this is what Islam is saying unto us, that was the first house. Who is the first house of Father Abraham? It is Ishmael. He is the firstborn. Is the first son. He will get his reward here on earth. Follow up next week with Shabbat. We're going to unveil that powerfully. Okay, Abba Yehovah is not a man that should lie, neither a son of man that needs repentance. Is the first house from Father Abraham, and Father Abraham has the eternal covenant with Abba Yehovah. So, but with the flesh of Ishmael, not the spirit of Ishmael. Therefore, there is a confirmation. That is what Quran came to confirm. And Ishmael covenant is disaster, and that is what Quran came to confirm. So Baker was the first, Masana, Baker, whatever, they were the first house where Abayewa descended powerfully. That is the wilderness of Para and Masana. Today it is Saudi Arabia. So the two covenants. For I come back here now. Galatians 4:22. For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one by a bondmaid, the other by a free woman. But he who was of the bondmaid, a woman, was born after the flesh. That is what we are talking about. He got a reward of flesh, which is 1,000 years blessing. It is his glory. No one can do nothing about that. Abayewa bless him and no one can take it away from him. It is his blessing for 1,000 years for you to bow down to their gods. Except you do what is supposed to be done. What is that? Return back to the royal law, or you become their property eternal. But he of the free woman was by promise. That is the spirit we are talking about. Okay, the spiritual circumcision, not the flesh, physical one. Which things are an allegory, for these are the two covenants, the one from the Masana, which is granted to bondage, which is Igar. This is eternal bondage, okay? Check it out. When our forefather grow and murmur and grow, we need fish, we need meat. Abayewa use that hanger, remove every fish from the sea, and pack it in their phone and say, you must to finish it today. If you don't finish it, I'm going to kill a lot of them. He used hunger to bless it. That is a blessing with hunger. That is what they want to do about Ishmael. He want to use hunger to bless Ishmael because of the wickedness of the whole world, in order to wipe all these iniquity evil doers out of his sight. Because Abayewa give it unto you in a soft hand, but you refuse it, the Christendom. Ishmael is going to give it unto you with a very tough hand. They are not going to allow you to be keeping Sunday, celebrating Christmas. No. You will die. When they found you do that, they will all bring you and set you ablaze. They don't take trash, okay? Okay, now 25 now. It said, the Masana is bondage, okay, which is Agar. And this Agar is Masana in Arabia, in Saudi Arabia. And this Agar, the royal law is too corrupt. That is why Allah said it's corrupt, so that we don't dig into his secret right here. For this Agar, it's Masana in Arabia, and Ansareth to Jerusalem, which is now and is in bondage with her children. All right, but the Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the murder of us all. That is the new Jerusalem. You see the giant mosque in the Holy Land already. They said they owns the land. You don't see Arab Fatih. They say their land belongs to them. They want to make Jerusalem their capital city, but that wouldn't be done. But they are going to sit on Jerusalem, the temple of the king, for 7 years. And after that, the king is going to throw Mahdi, which is Ishmael, straight away to Mecca. Arab, what that is when it's been given unto you. All right. So we see now. Follow up next week, Shabbat, and also follow up next week. We want to unveil the mystery of Sunday. That one is with the again. I know many people is also going to be angry with me. I don't care, because they don't like talking about, devil hate, exposing his secrets. They don't like it, but I'll keep doing it. I don't care. I will keep doing it, okay? Quran said he came to confirm the covenant in Arabic language. He came to confirm the book of Moshe in Arabic language. So this is the covenant he came to confirm. Quran 3, 96 to 97. Then you're going to find the Baker, which is called Mecca today, okay? In Arabic language, it's confirming what the royal law said in Arabic language, okay? That is why he got his prophet, and that is why he also got his own Messiah, which is Ishmael, to carry out, is Allah's job. All right, now, so Quran 3, 96 to 97, you're going to find the Baker over there, okay? Confirming, Mecca, confirming Baker, confirming Psalm 84, we are just read. So family, this is the mystery of Kaaba. We are just done, and we have arrived safely to the glory of Abba Yahuwah. So stay tuned. Powerful mystery is also on this week. It's also on its way next week, okay? So what is the nature of this segment? Is to put you in order. Okay, it is to let you know the disaster that is ahead, that Abba Yahweh is the one that is, confirm it. He said it. That was why he also gave Quran to them to confirm this covenant. And we heard from the very mouth of Allah that Quran, Allah, Muhammad came to confirm the scriptures, the royal law in Arabic language tongue. Okay, so we are done. I just Baruch Abba Yehovah for his wonderful hand, powerfully, moving powerfully these days in my life. And I love him so much. Once again, family, Shabbat Shalom. And you hear from me next week, Shabbat.
Namaste.
I'm sorry, that was not the one I wanted to put. I want to put the very first one. This one I use it already.
Show me your face. Where is your face? 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 Show me your face now. Where is your face? Oh, show me your face. Where is your face? Ooh, 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 I hear a say, no say, Sakebo, Shantala, Buye, Neri, Bosse, or Bosekebo, he must say, Rabu Santa Lobe, or Bosse, oh, yeah. Rebose, surely the winds will blow, the storm will come. Sometime the flood, sometime the fire. So show me your face. Where is your face? Oh, show me your face. Oh, where is your face? Show me your face. Yeah. Oh, where is your face? Oh, show me your face. Where is your face? Face upon the gates of heaven, upon the dance of heaven, upon the stars of heaven. Pray through Jehovah's heart. So show me your face. Yeah, where is your face? Oh, show me your face. Where is your faith? Faith goes by action. Faith affects all your beings. Speaks much louder. Yeah. In our thoughts, in our deeds, in our words, in our ways, in our lifestyle. Yeah. So show me your faith, yeah. And where is your faith? Show me your faith. Where is your faith? Rebose keyantu buna ribose, yeah. Rebose, ribose keyantu no ribose. Oh, yeah, rebose keo. Yeah. Faith is not something you can hide inside of you. Oh, without voice, no, it doesn't walk that way. No, it doesn't go that way. So show me now your faith. Oh, hey, where is your faith? Where is your faith? Faith is all you need. You have never been there. As you were being told, someone greater take your place and sin. You need to claim it. Oh, you need to take it by faith. Oh, Riboseke, you need to claim it. You need to believe it. You need to believe it by faith. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, hey, yeah. Yeriboseke, Yeriboseke, Yeribo, Sekebo, Sekeyao. Yeah, you need to take it. You need to claim it. You need to believe it by faith. Yeah. That is all you need. That is all your right. That is all your role. That is all your seed of rest through salvation. Yemasekebo, Yerebasekebo, Yerimashantala, Reboseke, Yebose, Yemuseke, yeah. I wasn't there. Yeah. I wasn't there when he died on the cross. I wasn't there. Yeah. I will never there. I wasn't there when he died on the cross. How he did it, I cannot tell. How much was that price? I cannot tell why he loved me this way. I cannot tell. Do I really deserve this great mercy? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't just know. This is a print of a perfect picture of eternal pure love. Yereba say, this is how he did it for me. This is how he did it for you. All we need to do is to claim it by faith. All we need to do is to claim it by faith. By faith, Yeriboseke, love you, Yehovah. Ooh, love you, ooh, yeah. Yeah, man, say, Mama, yantu, lubu, seke, yebo, neke, yanderebo. I worship you. I worship you, Yahweh. I worship